Welcome back, survivors. I wanted to give you guys an update here on what I've been working on. It took quite a long time to get all this stuff done. Well, not really this, but the stuff back at the base. I've been rebuilding the base yet again. Over here, I set up a refinery. This is where we found that oil at, in that little cave way out away from our base. We built the bridge. I found that oil deposit here, and so I kind of came out here and rerouted the oil so that it would go into a refinery and pump fuel out just to fuel this generator right here. So this generator is completely self-sufficient, never requires me to touch it again. It will run forever, just like we had the coal set up. And of course, I've got the fuel, or the crude oil, being pumped out of here and shipped directly to my base still, right? Let's take a ride on this conveyor. This is the Mark IV conveyor belt, so it's actually really fast. It's way faster than you can walk, I can tell you that. Anyways, we're pumping this oil back, and as you can see alongside the oil conveyors, I started setting up power poles here, running all the way from here where the oil's at to my base, because I'm connecting that electrical generator, that fuel generator, all the way to my base toward the power grid there. So I'm getting a combined power grid. Otherwise, that power that thing generates is just being wasted, right? Because it creates like 150 megawatts, but I wasn't really using that much there, so I wanted to connect it to the rest of the power grid so that everything is combined, so that no power is wasted, and to make sure that I'm being as efficient as possible with my power grid. Still got a ways to go to get back to the base. I'm just going to ride this conveyor belt back there. I'll catch up with you guys once I get there. Alright, there's the base coming into view now. Now, I've been reworking a lot of things here at the base. I'm not quite done with it, but I've been reworking most everything here at the base. First of all, I've got our fuel set up right up here. I changed the way these refineries were working, just so I could have the fuel on one side, because fuel was in the middle. So I rerouted it, changed it over to the fuel to be on this side, so that I could set up generators up here. I took down that assembler that was up here. Is it an assembler? Is that what it's called? The thing that can produce 4 things at a time? The manufacturer, excuse me. Actually, I had an assembler up here as well. But anyways, I set up 3 fuel generators up here. Got them wired into the power grid here. I am probably going to delete these coal generators. I don't know, but they are completely self-sufficient. I don't have to worry about them at all, so they're really easy. But at the same time, these are producing a lot more power. These are all producing 600 megawatts versus those produce 50 each. These produce 150 each. So we've got 4 of those total, so I'm producing 600 megawatts right now. I haven't actually, I say I've got it connected to the power grid, I haven't actually connected those to anything other than the refineries. I was kind of waiting to get everything else set up, but I'm still not quite done setting everything up. I've still got to tear out these conveyor belts and stuff that were running up here to the assembler and manufacturer. But I'll show you guys what I've been working on. I redid all of this over here. Everything over here has been redone, and I've still got like stuff in storage. I just had to like move all these storage containers out off the foundations so that I could, move all the materials that were inside there. And then I've just been setting everything up inside the base here. Let me put up what would probably help you guys see it a lot better. It's a lookout tower. I wonder if I can set one up while my conveyors are in the way. Let's see. Climb up here and get a little bit better view. You guys can see what I've been working on here. So, I've redone the way everything works, and I really like the way it looks. I decided to change the way the ore was routing. Instead of having the ore coming in and dumping into one smelter, and then the smelter going to one constructor, and the constructor going to whatever else, I decided to split it. And in doing so, this should be much more efficient, because now I've got ore coming into a splitter and going into 2 smelters. I originally had this set up to where it was going into 4. I would have it come out here and hit another splitter and had 4 smelters. But I decided, the more I played around with it, that just wasn't really working with the layout. I think I did it over there with the copper, and you can see it over there. But anyways, this is iron right here. All 3 of these these 2 are iron. And in doing so, I eliminated the need for that 3rd one. Which is good because my foundations cover it up. But anyways, I really like the symmetry of this layout. Like, it looks Everything is exactly the same on either side, so it's symmetrical. You know, there's almost like there's a line drawn down the middle, and it's a mirror image of each other on either side. And all the conveyor belts, you know, this is the smelter. It dumps into the constructor. The constructor dumps into another constructor because these are producing iron rods and then screws, and then into storage. Whereas on the other side, you got a smelter, constructor, storage. So very neat and clean. And then over here, the same thing with the copper. The copper coming down off the hill up there. You guys can see it is the same way. Everything's nice and neat, symmetrical. Yeah, really cool, really slick. So yeah, here I set it up with 2 smelters on either side. Seems like this is going to be a really, really efficient way of producing copper. Now we've got the Mark II conveyor belt, Mark II miner, and the really fast conveyor belts, I can feed these things really quickly. As long as I can feed them faster than the smelters can process it, I'm sure. And then they're dumping into storage, both of them. So I routed those pretty neat. The first one routes up to the top storage, the second one routes into the bottom storage, and then of course on the other side, can I get through? You got the same thing going on. The finished ingots are coming out of each side, dumping into another constructor where they're being turned into wire, or turning into wire. And then I think on this side I've got them being produced into cable, where they're coming down. But anyways, really cool, really cool. I've got wire, cable, rods, plates, everything being set up and produced all in this area. And then the idea was that, okay, now I need the next step, right? I need to set this up for the next step. How am I going to set this up? And this is what really gave me a lot of issue, was figuring out how to set this up. And I finally came up with this nice semi-clean little idea here of running them all down conveyor belts, all the finished product down conveyor belts to here. And I haven't finished it yet. Let me get off these things. I'm stuck for a second. But I want to run them around this hill. Not the best way, so it's not going to look all that clean outside the base. But the idea is they're going to run around this hill and feed down into these conveyors, which will feed into the assemblers. The assemblers will produce more advanced products. I need to set one up for the AI limiter, which means I need to route my quick wire over here, things like that. I don't know that I'm going to use all six of these conveyors, or 5 of these conveyors, assemblers, but the idea is that they're going to be fed with all the product into them. They are then going to feed into more complex machines right here, and or more assemblers, because some of those things require more assemblers. So I think the idea is going to be, like I said, this has been the hardest part, is like laying all this out and figuring out where everything's going to go, setting down. I don't know that this is going to work like this, because I probably won't be able to route the conveyors. What I'll probably have to do is run all those conveyor belts and then set this manufacturer further back. Like, all this is going to be foundations and emptied out. Just kind of wanted to give you guys an idea what I was working on, because it took me probably 4 or 5 hours to do everything I've done, because I built it, I tore it down, I built it, I tore it down, just trying to tinker with everything, figuring out how it was gonna lay out, get everything symmetrical was really tough, and then figure out how I was gonna route the conveyors to get the final product out. I'm not exactly 100% pleased with the way this is. In fact, I may move everything over a bit. Like over a couple of squares, because I don't know that those products are going to be able to jump straight down this hill into these conveyors. It may be too steep, so I may have to back everything up a bit. So all this is not finalized. It will likely change here a little bit more. But we still have one more thing to research, that air filter, and that's what I wanted to get to today. Let me see, where is it? What do we need for this air filter? The last tier 6 item, the gas mask air filter, same thing. Gas mask air filter, so we need 50 computers, 50 motors, and 50 heavy modular frames. I've got the motors, I think, on me. I've definitely got the computers from where I tore down my manufacturer. I've got 35. Where are the rest of the motors? I thought I had more. I guess not. They're in storage. All right, let me make these heavy modular frames and see what this gas mask is all about. Alright, I finally got my 50 heavy modular frames here. Let's check out this gas mask.
Gas masks and filter parts will ensure increased odds of survival in gas-based hazardous environments. FICSIT Incorporated would like to extend the friendly advice to not forget to change filters regularly.
The friendly advice. Gee, thanks. Let's see. I'm probably going to have to craft that in the equipment workshop, so I'm just going to plop it down for now just to check and see. So I had to remove it earlier. Yes, the gas mask and filter are both made here. So what do we need to make this? Fabric? Fabric's finally got a use. Plastic and rubber. Okay, well, fabric, plastic, rubber. I'm not sure where I put my fabric. I think I've got some somewhere. I may have used it all, but I can make it really quick. It's just, it's pretty easy to make. Let's see, here's the plastic. I'll grab a stack of that, why not? And I've got rubber in this little thing right here where I was working out of. There we go, a stack of rubber and fabric, right? That was the other thing we needed to make this. How much fabric do we need? 10? Alright. 10 fabric, 10 fabric. It's mycelia, and I don't remember what the other thing is. It plant? Leaves? Is that what it is? Yeah, I think it's leaves. Alright, let me make up that then. 10 fiber. Oh gosh, where did I put my mycelia? Is in this storage. Everything's like been moved around, so. And I think I've got some leaves in here too. Sweet, that works out well. Alright. Now 10 fiber. Fabric, whatever. I'll just make it. No use trying to search for it where I stored it, because if it's not in here, I have no idea where it's at right now. Alright, let's make this gas mask though. That's what I'm really interested in, is checking this thing out. Gas mask done. And what else do we need? Filters for it. Dang it. Coal, rubber, and more fabric. Okay, so I need to make a bunch more fabric. Alright, let me go grab... I got the coal over here. I know where coal's at. I've got tons and tons of coal. Where I removed that truck station and had to replace it and all that. I've got these 4 storage containers are all full of coal, so no problem there. Grab a bunch. And I've got the rubber. I'll just whip up a little bit more fabric, and then we can make... gas mask filters, excuse me. Let's see, I need a little bit more, I don't know, what, 10 more? 12 more? 15 more? Let's make 15. And now the filters, that makes us 7. Alright, let's check this thing out. It's gonna place our jump boots. So, how do we replace the filters? Is it automatic? I've got 7 of them. Now, let's go test it out, actually, because I need to run a conveyor belt through this toxic little swamp here. I also need to chop down some of these trees, probably, in order to do so. Let's see. Get my chainsaw out. Clear up some of this crap. Well, the filters go through pretty quick. Better have a lot of them ready. Clear up all these leaves here. Might have to go make some more filters. That's cool though. Alright, so I want a conveyor belt running from there. Let's see, how far can I stretch this before it... There's the limit right there. Oh, dang it. Get my chainsaw out. Chop down some more trees. Deforestation going on here. Alright. Yes, that's exactly what I need, and I should be able to reach it from here. Grab the rest of these leaves. Yeah, now I'm out of the side of the toxic zone. Good, good. Cool, cool, cool. Alright, that's helpful. I'm missing concrete. Okay, I'll have to go make some concrete. Actually, let me grab some concrete and get up there, because there's a slug that's been up there that I've seen since, like, I don't know, episode 2 of this series that I've been wanting to get. I've got a ton of concrete over here. Can I unequip the chainsaw so that it's not making the noise? Thank you very much. Let's see. Oh, this is so slow moving around without those jump boots. I'm spoiled by them. Alright, just grab... Oh, my inventory's full again. Dang it! Just grab a stack like that. And I want to make some ramps to get over to that. Oh my gosh, this is so painfully slow. Where's my jump boots? There we go. Much, much better. Oh, I got the radiation. Get around to this side. I wonder, I doubt that it does anything for radiation. I bet there's a radiation suit they're going to come out with later. It's not in the game yet, but neither is the nuclear power plant either. I'm sure all of that is coming. In fact, there's an update supposed to be coming out very, very soon, at the end of April. So it's supposed to have, oh gosh, the new, like, either quartz update or silica. I think it's supposed to use silica and quartz. Anyways, let me get a ramp going up here. That's what I really want, right? Let's see if we can do this really quick. Snap in. Oh, get my gas mask on. We're almost into the toxic zone. Couple more ramps. Ought to do it. There we go. Oh, shoot! Maybe I need one more. Let's try that. Get up there. Yeah! There's the green. Oh, it's a yellow power slug. No space! Oh my gosh. Jimmy, you didn't think about that? One fabric. No, I got one filter. Grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it, grab it. I'm gonna die. Ah! No! No! I ran out of filters.